Hello and welcome to DaLu Blog Podcast.
On today's show we have festivals, bands and our top 3 songs of the week. This is me, Michael Davitt, and my fellow companion, Lewis Tolan.
Hello.
So let's kick off with the biggest and most popular festival of 2011, Tea in the Park. Dates, of course, 8th to the 10th of July, and unfortunately all the December tickets are all sold out for those of you who are wanting an early Christmas present. The biggest news for Tea in the Park is that the biggest band in the world, possibly, the Foo Fighters, is headlining. Woo!
Woo!
Yes, we feel this at DaLu Blog anyway. So, next is the Download Festival.
Yes, Download, the biggest UK metal festival. This year's a double whammy with System of a Down reuniting to perform especially for the Download Festival and Avenged Sevenfold headlining. Tickets on sale from the 3rd of December.
Carrying on from the Tea in the Park news, let's talk more about the Foo Fighters, the headlining band of Tea in the Park Festival.
So Michael, the hottest band, Foo Fighters, have you seen them live?
Yes, I seen them in 2008, August 15th, I believe the date was. They were very, very good.
What's your favourite song on that show?
Of that particular show, my favourite song was probably All My Life. That was their encore.
Encore.
Yes, encore. That was their finishing song, and I think that was the only one there was actually a mosh pit at, which I was pretty disappointed about. I thought there'd be many a mosh pit.
Yeah, that's Edinburgh. They're more posher than us Glaswegians. No offence, Edinburgh people.
No offence, Edinburgh. Yeah, but yeah, I was kind of still disappointed about the mosh pits. But the band was good, so I can't complain.
Opened Everlong, didn't they?
They opened Everlong, which was kind of a surprise. I thought they'd leave that to the end, really. I think that's usually their end piece, so I was pretty surprised. But yeah, it was still a good way to start the show, so I'm not complaining at all.
So, what's your favourite album from them?
God, I don't know. Favourite one to listen to right now is Skin and Bones, their acoustic live album. I like that one. But I don't know, my favourite Foo Fighters album, I don't have a favourite.
So let's talk more about the frontman Dave Grohl. What do you prefer him in Foo Fighters, them Crooked Vultures, or Nirvana?
Well, Foo Fighters is his own creation, and I guess he sort of made that from scratch. But I don't know, I prefer him on drums. Like, I don't know, personally I prefer him on drums. I think he's a better drummer than as a guitarist, but he is a good frontman. He's a very good frontman. He's probably one of the best in the world just now. He's not got a lot of competition right now, but he is still one of the best I've seen live anyway. But yeah, probably them Crooked Vultures I prefer him in. I think they're a better band than Foo Fighters, to be honest with.
I agree.
I thought you'd agree. Yeah, and their frontman Joshua Home, who's a good friend of Dave obviously because they're in the same band. Yeah, he's a good frontman too.
So Michael, do you still think Dave Grohl creates an atmosphere when he's playing the drums?
Yeah, yeah, he's an atmosphere when he plays drums. He is one of the most talented and gifted drummers of the generations, of his generation anyway. So yeah, if you ever get a musician who's exceptionally good at what he does, he's always going to create a good atmosphere.
Do you think he's unique?
And unique in his unique way, obviously. But yeah, he is unique. I mean, to come from Nirvana and Kurt Cobain.
I mean, he's drumming, so.
Drumming. Yeah, he reminds me a lot of John Bonham, though.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't think he's a very, very, very good drummer, but I wouldn't say he's unique. I'd just say not a copier, but he's close to it.
No, I wouldn't say copies. There's a difference between borrowing something someone does and being inspired by what they've done. If you catch my drift, you know.
Yeah. Do you think Dave's better than John Bonham?
No, I wouldn't say he was. I prefer Led Zeppelin to anything Dave Grohl's ever done. However, I do think Dave is the best drummer of just now and one of the best frontman of just now. But Dave Grohl as a drummer, I'd probably pick John Bonham over Dave Grohl.
Is Dave Grohl more talented as a musician than John Bonham, as he plays drums, sings, and guitar?
Well, obviously, he's more well known as a musician. Like, he's more well known for playing more instruments than John Bonham. So, I guess in that sense, yeah, he's probably a better musician. But at what John Bonham did, I think he was the best. So I wouldn't slant his performance as a drummer or musician in any way.
Due to the recent decline of the Foo Fighter, not decline, the change of the Foo Fighter fans, like from metal rocker people to like nowadays there's like kind of more mainstream poppy people starting to listen to Foo Fighters. I think if Dave says his favourite band's Led Zeppelin, people, like all these poppy people, will start getting into Led Zeppelin.
To answer your question, I think, I don't know, they might, and I don't think there's anything wrong with them listening to Led Zeppelin. I'd rather everyone listen to Led Zeppelin than fucking Cheryl Cole and, you know, all these pop chart people's corporate fucking puppets.
But do you not think it's better to have like a split between people so everyone isn't like clones? Like mainstream people, they're basically all wear the same things, top women or whatever, it's top shot, that's what it's called, and all the same clothes, all the same music, all the same things. But when you get into like the rock metal scene, it's like different, because it's not like you have to stick to one thing. You can change and do anything you like as long as it keeps in the rock metal scene.
Well, we're getting into a bit of politics here. This is
Liberal Democrats.
I don't know, this is I don't know, I still music is a way of life. I think it's,
Yeah, but it's not for these people.
I said that's for them to decide, I guess. If they like the music, listen to the music. But if they're comparing it to things like Cheryl Cole, then they're obviously not appreciating the music, because that's not music.
Or maybe they're brainwashed by the corporate people.
That'd be a very plausible thing.
The only person I have ever respected that's in the corporate thing has to be Michael Jackson. What do you think about his theory of going around selling CDs?
Oh, yeah, Michael Jackson was a genius, you know, and I guess I respect him too as an artist.
As an artist, we'll have to state that.
I agree. Yeah, I respect him, and a lot of people like him. A lot of people only know his most famous songs. A lot of people only know his singles. Not many people. Yeah, a lot of people, you know, they only know the most famous ones like Thriller and.
But I think with Michael Jackson, when he was big, like 80s, 90s, early, in that time, I think he was one of the few people that weren't like one-hit wonders. They were like, he was like everyone. I think everyone knew, like at least 15 of his songs, or maybe because they were all singles and big at the moment.
Well, yeah, they were all different songs. They weren't. Well, these days it's easy to get a number one. I don't care what anyone says. It's probably the easiest thing to do in the music business is to get a number one these days. You know what I mean?
If you're a woman, just show your tits.
Well, that, and then just get the same drum beat everyone is fucking using in every single song, and get a 3-chord progression. You've got a number one hit on your hands. Say fucking shit and fuck your pussy a lot, and then you've got a fucking number one hit. There you go.
So to steer away from that, let's move on to our next topic.
Okay, our next topic is our favourite bands and most influential bands of all time. Alright, so Lewis, what is your favourite band of all time?
Nirvana.
Wow, unexpected there. Being a metal man and all.
Just have to state